Hey, how are you too? Today we are going to review the MB18 from MEUS Racing. My name is Santiago Salinas and this is the Stop RC. Please subscribe. For this project, MEUS Racing also sent me some goodies. Number one, their new TRX Form M axles, straight axles. The part number is the X00471H1JR. Then we have their high torque servo, part number X003VWWT5T. Then their new 2-speed transmission for the TRX4M, part number X0041SX4VZ. Some servo horns for the same platform, part number X003WS2WCH. And finally, their 1/18th chocks. They don't come with a part number, but I'm gonna leave the link down here where you can find them. Finally, what is gonna power this whole truck will be the new HOBBYWING QUICRUN Mini24. I'm super curious about this platform, and HOBBYWING was kind enough to send me one of them to review it, and I think this is the perfect project for it. So let's start the project and let's put this whole thing together. See you in a sec. Let's start with the MB18. So pretty much this is what you receive inside of the box. The body of the actual truck. You will receive the cage. I think this is some other. This is the rest of the cage with the choke mounts. I'm not sure what is inside there. Also, the spare tire with the. I will say this is the rear bed of the truck. We'll see. Some links. The links to put it together, the servo links, and servo mount, by the way. This is good, this is great. What else? All the necessary hardware to put it together. Actually a bar line. That's pretty cool, that's pretty neat. And this is the cabin of the truck. So let's start and let's put this baby together. I almost forgot, it also comes with the manual. Plenty of stickers in order to you to customize your body in the way you prefer. So let's start and let's put this thing together. So guys, the step one is done. Pretty much is to put together the front bumper with this frame that actually is holding the front choke loops. It's a pretty straightforward step. The only thing you have to know is that these two small screws that are holding the bar light, those are 1.4 by 3 millimeters. The rest of them are 1.4 by 5 millimeters. So make sure you don't make that mistake. Let's go with step two. Step two is ready, and just make sure you install the choke loops or the choke towers in the right direction. As you can see, this triangle right here, or this angle right here, is in the opposite direction than the wheel. And pretty much that's it. The other thing is this. I think the hole where you have to install this one is the last one, based on the manual, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Time will tell. So let's continue with the third step. Okay, guys, I have partially finished the step number 3. As you can see, the step number 3 is where you install the front bumper with the bar light to the cabin, as well as the rear bed. You screw it to the cabin. But I will be using the 2-speed transmission of MEUS Racing. This is one of the big disclaimers about this kit. It is not designed for the 2-speed transmission option. So if you use this one, you will have to remove the cabin. So keep that in mind. The step 4 is ready. I will tell you something. I don't think the lack of the cabin actually affect in a negative way the cage. I think once you install the skid plate, this will be rock solid. So let's jump to the step 5. Okay, step 5 is done. Pretty much you have to put these clips right here. I'm pretty sure are the ones who holds the actual cage. So let's continue with to install the actual cage to the rest of the body. Okay, let's see what we have for this. So something super important. I made a mistake here. The top of the shell here in the instruction manual is not clear. As you can notice right here, it's not clear how to install it. But when you check on the step 8, you realize that this small, you see here, this top. So this top should be facing down. So I will have to flip the upper section of the case. Keep that in mind because I almost cried when I saw the drawing. So okay, let's make the change. Now it's done. So I already correct this problem. So pretty much everything related with the cage is ready to go. I really like it, to be honest. Really nice. The next step is pretty much put everything together, and let's start with this whole thing. So fun. Okay, for the project, I'm using the 2-speed transmission from MEUS Racing. So let's see what is inside here. Okay, inside the bag we will find the actual transmission with all the gears inside. The skid plate for the TRX4M. This is the servo mount in order to have an automatic or to control with the third channel of the transmitter the change of gears. It comes with the necessary hardware, and finally, I think these are some sliders. For this project, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are using the new HOBBYWING Mini24 Combo. Let's put this motor on this transmission and let's see how it fits. A quick stop here. I already installed the included pinion on this transmission, and what you want to do is remove all the gearing right here in order to be able to access to the holes to mount the motor. So okay, let's continue. Something super important is that right here, the first screw you have to install to install the motor is this one right here, the one that is right behind this axle right here. And the reason why is, as you can see, this screw is literally behind it. So there's a small cut right here that allows you to install that screw. So this is the first one. If you install this one first, you won't be able to screw this one. So let's continue with the video. So now we'll move forward, and I'm gonna install pretty much the whole shift system. Okay, let's do it. So I already installed the plate that actually will hold the servo to shift the speeds here, but it's funny, it doesn't look like the ones on the picture. There is like this weird angle right here compared with the well, maybe it is right, I don't know, we'll see. But so far so good. Okay, let's continue. A quick stop here. install this plate after you install the skid plate. The reason why is because the servo mount will block you the access to tight this screw right here. So once you do it, then install the servo mount. Okay, let's continue. A quick stop here. So MEUS Racing is giving us two options here. Number one, if you are not planning to install a servo here to use as the third channel of your transmitter, then you will have to use this pin and this spring right here. How? What you're gonna do is you will install this piece right here. As you can see, there's 3 holes there, and this hole is to support the 3 positions of the transmission. That pretty much is low, high, and neutral. So how do you install this? Pretty much you insert the spring right here. You put it in this hole. Make some pressure, and there you go, you got it. So in this way you will be able to have the 3 positions for this speed. That is low. That's in the case you want to go in a manual way. There you go, you got it. And each time, each position, you put this pin in the position that you want. So in my case, I'm gonna use the servo. So I will continue with my building. Okay, I already installed the servo that I'm gonna use for this, and I think the transmission is done. Let me make a quick recap. Number one, this is a 2-speed transmission. The transmission offers you 2 options: to go with a servo, to use your transmitter, the third channel of your transmitter, in order to change the gears, or a manual option that I showed you before, where you use this small pin to make the changes. This is not as convenient as you think, because it's really tough to just pull that pin. In the case of this one, what MEUS did is they gave us all these coins, I'm gonna call them, like all those links, in order to use them based on the servo that you use. So how does it work? Pretty much you connect or you attach the servo arm with the axle that actually change the gears, and you use those coils to connect them. So how it works, when you move this, let me see, there you go, you pull it out, and then when the servo goes back, it goes back. So it's a pretty clever way to solve this. My general thoughts about this transmission, I'm going to start with the pros. I really love the machining and the quality that you feel on this transmission. In addition, I truly love all the design, the gearing design that they did inside it is beautiful. For the cons, and I right now, without testing it, I only can tell you one. There's a lot of things going on in order to put this thing together, and they are not providing any user manual in order to tell you what are the steps that you have to follow. So there's a lot of things going on related with this transmission, and I think it's fair to have a user manual. So MEUS help us with that. But in general, I highly recommend it. Without testing it right now, I love it. So let's continue with the building, and let's see what is the next step. Since I already have the transmission on the skid plate, the next step will be to install the links. Here's the second big disclaimer about the MB18 for this video, and it is that this cage or this body is designed for the T-Rex 4M K10, meaning that the wheelbase is a little bit longer than the Defender and the Bronco. Keep that in mind, because MEUS Racing is providing us with the rear links in order to get that extra length, but it's not providing the front links. So you will need a set of those in order to put together this body from scratch. If you are just converting your ready-to-run rig, you won't have a problem. But if you are doing this from zero, you are start this from zero, you will need the front links. Thankfully, I still have the stock ones from my TRX from Bronco, so these are the ones I'm gonna use for this build. So let's do it and let's put everything together. Okay guys, links are installed. Pretty straightforward step. I mean, there's nothing special to mention here. Okay, let's continue, and now we're gonna move forward to the drive shafts. So I decided to go with these cheap drive shafts. They look that they will work pretty well, but something that I don't like is that they are totally round. The whole this here is totally round. It doesn't have that flat portion that actually give you the stability on the drive shaft. Rather than that, it relies on the actual screw in order to turn the wheels. So we will see if this how they last. I'm pretty sure they will work, but I don't know if they will last. We'll see. Okay, let's jump to the axles. Okay, here are the axles, and I'm super excited about these ones. These are the new release from MEUS Racing. I used their previous version with portal axles, and I truly love them. I have them right here in my Reaper, and these axles are great. So, but I want to check this one. These are straight axles. They already come fully assembly. Let me show them to you. As you can see, as they come with brass knuckles. In this case, look at the design of the diff cover. It's already integrated with the axle. So what they did is they give us a brass diff cover, but on the back of the actual axles. I truly love this design since it is great to avoid getting stuck in the rocks or whatever obstacle you have in front of it. Same story with the rear axle. I really like them. As I said, brass knuckles, steel shafts, brass diff covers, fully assembly. Diff wheel nuts. They look great. I really like them. Let's see how much is the combined weight of these babies. So for the front axle, we have 93 grams. For the rear axle, we have 48. For a combined weight of 142 grams. So that's fairly heavy. I really like them. I'm super excited about them. So, okay, let's do it. Let's install these axles. I almost forget to mention that the axles also come with, of course, some stickers from MEUS, but also they come with the steering links, the necessary hardware to install them, and the servo mount for this axles. So it's a full package. I really like this kit. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's put them together. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick pause here. So in order to install the links, you will have to install the servo mount first. Why? Because the threads for the screws are in the servo mount, not in the actual axle. So I'm gonna proceed to do that. Okay, let's continue. So I'm gonna make a quick pause here because in order to continue, I need to install the chocks. These are MEUS Racing chocks. These are an internal spring chocks. Okay, chocks are installed. I forgot to install the the drive shafts. But I'm gonna proceed right away to do that. I have to say, at the beginning I was pretty pleased about the chocks, but now that they are installed, I don't know. They are not my favorite ones. They are pretty stiff, the springs, and as you can see, they don't have that much travel. So we'll see how they work with the wheels are already on. But right now, I feel that the travel is what bothers me the most. There's almost nothing. So we'll see. But right now it's already installed. I'm gonna proceed to install the drive shafts. One of the holes is bigger than the other one, so you have to put it on the right size in order to install them. So I think everything down here is done. Let's go and let's install this beauty. Okay, I already installed the ESC, and look at this. I mean, such a small. It's great for these small builds. I really like it. Let me show it to you. Here is my receiver, and I have plenty of space right here to install it. So I really like the setting. Look. Yeah, everything thanks to such a small size on this ESC. I'm so happy with it. By the way, I didn't mention it, but this is waterproof. So it has this like a silicone coat on top of it, and it's great. I mean, such a nice design. I really like it. Okay, let's move forward. And I think after this, I'm gonna finish the building project, and then I'm gonna plug it, put some batteries on it, and then I will show you how to program this baby. I'm missing something super important, is the servo. So let me show you what I have for this. For the servo, once again, MEUS was kind enough to provide me with this beautiful servo. So this is pretty decent. I don't remember. Let me double check on the ESC that we are using. How much is the max voltage that can deliver for the servo? It's 7.4. So so we won't be able to get the maximum potential of this servo, but at 7.4 we will get 0.06 seconds of speed. The torque will be 7.5 grams, and I feel that that's a pretty decent, I would say, numbers for mini crawler. So let's install it and let's move forward. Okay, the steering links are already installed. As you notice, normally the long link goes below the knuckles, but in this case I'm gonna try to install it right here, because that will give me more ground clearance here, more clearance in the front of the truck, and I'm just curious about it. We'll see if it works or not. Then the servo is already installed, as you can see. Beautiful servo, by the way. So I have to pair this one with my GT5, and after that we're gonna put some wheels on this, and we will be good to go. So guys, there's something I forgot to mention. The MB18 is designed in order to accommodate the battery tray, the stock battery tray right here in this area right here. So the reason why I didn't install it is because I'm using the 2-speed transmission, and this cage is designed to use the standard transmission. So what is happening is, with the 2-speed transmission, I have the servo. I don't know if you are able to see it right here. I have the servo horn right here. So when I change the gears, the servo horn goes back. So there is no way I can accommodate the battery tray right here. So that's the reason I didn't install it. But now I have the problem that I don't have any space to install the battery. So my best bet will be to accommodate the battery right here. So actually it fits perfectly there. So and I'm gonna hold it with a strap, a Velcro strap. So and I think that will work, to be honest. What's the problem with that? That my truck, the distribution of the weight will be toward to the right because the battery will be here. So I don't think that will affect that much, to be honest. But it's something that I wanted to mention to you. Same story with this 2S LiPo. I mean, this will work perfectly. I mean, I think it will be great. I mean, that's the best way to go for. I think down the road I'm gonna design a small battery tray to put it right here, and then that will be more. It will be more. It will be cleaner, I will say, rather than just put a battery strap right here. Okay. Next step will be wheels and tires. Let me see what I have for that. For the wheels, we're gonna use these Trial Hobbies brass 1.0 beadlocks. The part number is the X003 FMJ1 V5. Beautiful wheels. And for the tires, we are going to use these Deere crawler tires. These are 68 by 25 millimeters. I think, yes, 68 by 25 millimeters with silicone inserts, really soft inserts. I really like them. So let me put them together and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, the tires are mounted on the wheels and I'm telling you, they look awesome. Pretty cool wheels. Really nice tires, I will have to say. This compound is super soft, super sticky. These are great. It's the first time I use this brand, and I'm gonna leave the link down below. But these tires feel amazing, and the silicone inserts feels great. So I'm super happy with this setting. Let's move forward and let me install them on the truck. And there you go. I have to say, these wheels and tires look awesome. And now what I'm gonna do is pretty much I'm gonna connect all the electronics, and after that I think the only thing that is left is some running time with this baby and we are good to go. Okay, see you in a second. I already installed pretty much all the electronics. I already plugged them in. So we have the QUICRUN Mini24 ESC right here. I don't know if you can see it right here. We already have installed the motor. Receiver is already there. Plus another servo that I have for the 2-speed transmission, a steering servo, so everything is plugged. So the next step will be to program the Mini24. The way you do that is you will need one of these HOBBYWING program cards. This will work only with the analog one. There is a new one that is digital that it will not work with this ESC. So let's move forward and let's see what we are gonna do with this. Running mode is in 3. I'm okay with that. So let's move to item 2. It's brushless, so we are good with that. Item 3 is a cutoff voltage. Right now it is in auto, that is medium. I'm okay with that. Item 4 is rotation. We are okay in the way it is. The BEC right now is, or the BEC right now is in 6 volts. I'm gonna move it to 2. So I want 7.4 volts there. So item 6, that is drag brake force, is in 100. I'm okay with that. The drag brake rate right now is in level 5 and I want it in level 7. So we're gonna move it to 7. So then we have max reverse force is in 50% right now. I'm gonna move it to 75%, which is 3. Then we have the max brake force is in 60. I'm okay with that. 60%, sorry, I'm okay with that. The punch right now is in level 6. That is the setting 10. I'm gonna leave it, you know what, the punch, maybe I'm gonna leave it in level 7. I don't know, maybe level 8. So the neutral range is in 8%. I'm okay with that one. The FOC power is in 21%. I'm gonna leave it in, oh no, sorry for that. Let's go back to the 12. There you go. It's in 21%. I'm gonna leave it, you know what, I'm gonna try 27%. And finally, the low speed throttle right now is in 12%. I'm gonna leave it in 15%, which is 2. And then, okay, the EC is ready. Let me show it to you. So, I like this servo with the 7.4 volts setting. Pretty good. So let's see, just to see this. That's pretty good. Look. It's pretty good. I love it. Let's try something. There is the FOC working. I don't like those shocks. They are terrible. By the way, this truck has a 2-speed transmission. So this is the high, and this is the low. Okay, let's try again. This is a good one. I really like it. I think now the only thing that is left is some running time with this baby, and then that way we will be able to test the brushless system, and also this building project. Okay, guys, let's see how this baby look with the body. It looks awesome. I really like it. Take a look on this. Really nice truck. I really like it. Take a look. This is a beautiful kit. I love it. Look at this. Beautiful. Yeah, still, I think I'm gonna. It's time for some running to try it on the rocks. I have great expectations about this car. By the way, take a look on the transmission. To be fair, take a look. When you go to the high, it's pretty fast. So fun. I truly love the whole setting. Okay, let's go for some running time and let's see how this truck performs. Okay guys, here we go with some running time. I really like the feeling of this motor of the brushless system, and I truly like the grip of these tires. Pretty good. Up. See, no. There you go. Got it. What I don't like are the chocks. They are not performing in the way I would like, but it's great. I truly that's a pretty difficult line, the one I just took. Okay, let's move forward to the next obstacle. Okay, let's see how the drag brake works. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh. Wow, I feel pretty happy with this brushless system, and I will tell you the whole set. I'm enjoying the whole setting. It's pretty good. Wow. Okay, here I'll go with a different line. Yeah, this was nothing for this setting. Oop. I really like the performance of the motor. I really love how settled is the whole setting with all that brass. I mean, the axles, since they are so heavy, I mean, it helps you to keep the whole truck pretty settled on the surface. So that's amazing. So let's see here. Woohoo! The chocks. The chocks are pretty bad. I don't like them. This cage, the MB18, deserves a better shocks, as well as those axles are. Those axles are great. And I will tell you another thing that I really like: the transmission. The low gearing is great. Take a look what I'm doing here. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this. No. Let's try it again. Dry brake of this thing is great. It's not moving anywhere. Nope. No, I don't think it will make it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one with one hand, so I'm telling you, this truck is amazing. I really like it. I mean, MEUS Racing has done a great job with the MB18. I truly love their transmission. I really like these wheels. By the way, the trial brass wheels are amazing. Also, the axles pretty good. They are pretty good, and the truck looks amazing. Okay, let's jump to a different spot. Okay, guys, what I'm gonna try to do is go up here. Go that way, go down here, and jump to these rocks. Let's see if I'm able to do it. So I'm having some troubles with the. There's something wrong. I'm having some trouble with the front. I don't know what happened. I'm having some trouble with this axle, and for some reason, it's not, the gears are not working properly. You see? There you go. I don't have any traction on the front, from the front axles. I will have to check that. And so sad. I was so happy because it was performing so good. So I'm going back to my workshop, to the workbench, and let's see if I can figure it out what happened here. I don't know. You see? Yeah, here you can see something is happening there. Okay, I have to take a look on that. Okay guys, sorry for that. So here are my final thoughts. Let's start with the MB18. It is a great kit. I truly enjoyed to put the whole thing together. I like the value that is that comes with this kit. They give you everything to make the conversion, and it looks awesome. The performance is great. I truly like it. There are some considerations. Number one, this kit is designed to use the standard battery tray or the stock battery tray, but if you do that, it's pretty tricky to put inside there a battery or take it out. So that's something that I don't like. If you go to a 2-speed transmission like the one I used for this project, normally the 2-speed transmission for the 3X4M are taller than the standard one, so you won't be able to install the cabin that comes with the kit. So that's something that I have to mention. The other thing is you will raise the position of the motor, so the space you will have between that level and the abrasive that is right here is pretty small. So you will have to use a really small motor like the one I used, that it was the QUICRUN Mini24, that fits perfectly there. The other thing is, if you go for this specific transmission and you use the servo, because of the travel of the servo horn, you won't be able to install the battery tray. So I already showed that you can use like a one side of the kit in order to install your battery, and it works pretty well. So the only con I found on this kit is the hardware. The screws that they provide are pretty bad. They strip pretty easily, but still I highly recommend the MB18. It's a great kit. Let's jump to the transmission, the 2-speed transmission. It's also a pretty cool transmission. I truly enjoyed just taking apart and assembly and reassembly it. Pretty cool transmission. The difference in speed between the low and the high gear is substantial, so it's pretty fun. I like it a lot. I also like it that they give you the two options to have to make the shifts with a servo or manually. I would recommend to go with a servo because it's so much easier. When you do it manually, the system is quite tricky. It works, yes, but it's not that easy to move that tiny pin in order to make the shifts. The other thing, as I mentioned, if you go for a servo, you won't be able to use the stock battery tray on the truck. The only con I can tell you about the transmission is not related with the transmission itself. It's more related that they don't give you a user manual or the instructions to put the whole thing together, and there is a lot of stuff going on with the transmission. So that's something that I will love to see in the future releases of this transmission. So next, I will go for the chocks. These chocks, they look great, but they are terrible chocks. They are not good at all. I contact MEUS Racing customer service, and they told me that they already know about the problem with these chocks, and so they won't continue distributing these chocks, which is a good decision. But they will give us a better ones. Let's jump to the servo. The servo is great. I really love the performance of it. Pretty smooth, pretty strong. Sadly, I couldn't use it with the 8.4 volts because the Mini24 ESC only delivers a maximum of 7.4, but still I think that 7.4 volts is plenty for most part of us, right? But great, it's a great servo. I highly recommend this one too. QUICRUN Mini24 ESC and motor is a great brushless system. I truly enjoy using it. It's pretty smooth. I like that you can program. You have these different options. Of course, you have to use the program card of the analog program card from HOBBYWING. But it's a great option. I highly recommend also that one. So what else I installed here? So now let's talk about the axles. I will start with the positive things. I really love the design of the axles, the way they design the diff covers or the differentials is great to avoid to get stuck in obstacles, because when you actually reach one obstacle, it makes you jump on top of it. So it's a great design. I really love the weight that actually gives to your truck, because it settles the truck, right? So it's great for rock crawling. Remember, it came with brass knuckles and diff cover and brass diff covers. I really love the design of it. I also like that they give you more width compared with the stock TRX4M. So I really like the design, but I have a small issue with them. I won't say that it's that small. As you saw in the running time, my front wheel stopped spinning. And at the beginning I thought it was that I broke an internal shaft here, but the problem was, after I pretty much disassembled the whole axle, I realized that the problem was this helical gear that is connected to the drive shaft. It has a small play, and when it goes out, it lost the contact with the internal helical gear, so the torque from the drive shaft is not transferred to the wheel. I contact MEUS Racing customer service. By the way, they have an amazing customer service, and they told me that there was a lot or a batch of axles that had that problem, where the helical gear, this one right here, it was a little bit shorter than it's supposed to. They were able to recall pretty much all the batch, but 6 units that they were sold through Amazon. One of them is the one I received. So, but they already fixed the issue, and I'm pretty sure if you go for these axles, you won't have the same problem, because as I said, there were only 6. The 6 of them were sold, and what is gonna happen is that they will send a replacement, because in order for me to fix the axle. So, being said that, these axles are great. They are pretty good. At the beginning, when I didn't have that problem, they behaved amazingly. The performance was great. So I don't see why I cannot tell you to buy them. It is a great setting, the whole thing. Finally, I don't think there's anything else to talk about it. I truly enjoyed the whole project. I can tell you that with the exception of the chocks that I used, the rest of it is they are great upgrades for your TRX4M, and just go for them. They are super fun and they perform amazingly, and they are backed by a great customer service from MEUS Racing. Oh, I almost forget about the wheels and tires. The wheels I use are from Trial Hobbies. They are, as expected from Trial, they are amazing. I mean, pretty heavy. I mean, they hold the tire in the way they should. I mean, these tires are not going anywhere. So great upgrade if you are looking to put some weight down below here. And the other pleasant surprise were these tires. They are amazing. Really good tires. In the silicone insert that come with them, they perform amazingly. So I'm gonna leave the links down below where you can find them. As I said, they are great in the same way that the wheels, in the same way that pretty much everything in this project. So my name is Santiago Salinas, and this is the Stuff RC. Please subscribe and thank you for watching. Until next time, buddy. Take care. Bye.